Okay, everybody, welcome back for another Master of Command campaign. Today we're going to be playing as France. We haven't played as them in a while, and we're going to be trying out, well, we're going to be trying to play the Light Corps. I have played them before on this channel. I did a live stream with them, and it didn't go well. It did not go well at all. However, that was before there were some changes to their unique doctrine here. Before, it used to reduce their replenishment rate, and on Marshal difficulty, you already have reduced replenishment, and then with the replenishment rate reduction that was part of the army doctrine, they replenished extremely slowly, and I felt like that made them really difficult to play with. I think the other thing that makes this army challenging is that your starting units are honestly pretty garbage. Like these guys have really bad melee stats, so you're depending on them to win a battle by shooting, but even their shooting stats aren't that great, right? Like these guys are better at reloading than they are at actually hitting anything. And your poor chasseurs, like they're just not going to be that effective early on before you've given them a really good musket or even a rifle, right? Before you've given them the items that they need in order to dish out a ton of damage. And then they give you this provincial cavalry, which seems decent, right? Like 750 men in the unit, 20 melee, granted very low morale at 30. However, you come over here, and their officer gives them extra melee damage received. So if you throw this dude into melee, he's going to be taking extra damage. So you really don't want to use your cavalry. You don't want to get in melee at all because you're going to be taking 5 extra damage from it. But you don't want to throw your cavalry in if the enemy unit isn't going to break immediately or shortly after the charge, because they're just going to be taking extra melee damage. So I think this is going to be a challenging composition to play, and I was trying to think, is there a way to make this fun? Like, should I try to make it like only light and line infantry and light cavalry, no heavies? And I think I don't think I'm gonna get any grenadiers, but I think I will get heavy cavalry, just because the two, well, technically there's more than just two cavalry lines, right? There's also the volunteer cavalry, but the volunteer cavalry is pretty it's pretty inferior to the more like French traditional French cavalry. The traditional French cavalry is just way better. However, both of those lines end in heavy cavalry technically. So I think we are going to have heavy cavalry, but we won't have any heavy infantry. That being said, I do reserve the right to maybe get a regiment of renown that's a heavy infantry unit, but I'm not going to be trying to pick up like grenadiers, I think. So, anyway, let's go ahead and continue here. Let's do Marshal. Oh, the other thing I want to do is I want to have at least a full brigade of artillery. My last two campaigns with the Swedish and with the PLC have been relatively light on artillery, and so I definitely want to use more artillery. Extra morale isn't bad, and this is also a pretty good unit. It'd be pretty easy to raid 3 settlements and get the Swiss Guard. Do I want the extra morale with the reduced move speed? I like the extra morale, but the decreased move speed might be kind of rough. Let's re-roll for a bit and maybe find something interesting. I might even pause here and just keep re-rolling until I find something that I think is interesting. Okay, guys, after some re-rolling, I think we found something that I want to get. Let's do Suppress Flanders. We're going to be fighting the Habsburg monarchy. We're going to get Grenadier à Cheval out of it, so really strong cavalry. And we're going to get Pillager out of it. And Pillager's really good because it's going to give us 2 extra loot from raiding and from winning battles. And this is going to be really strong the earlier we get it, because the earlier we get it, the more opportunities we will have to generate extra loot, and then we can use that loot to equip our army or to sell it off and to buy more units or buy things that we actually need. So this is really good. I usually like having I usually prefer getting a doctrine that's going to improve us in battle, although this, you could say, indirectly will make us more effective in battle if we can get some loot that we can sell off or equip on our army that makes it better. So we're gonna go ahead and go with this, and should be fun. Hoping it'll be fun. It'll be fun. We're gonna have fun. I'm gonna enjoy this campaign. The other thing that's really cool is we're gonna check out the insight system, and so it'll take 1 insight point to assign to each one of these I don't know, leadership insights or whatever. For every point you put in, you're gonna get plus 2%. There, that's probably like the easiest way for me to say it. At this point, I'm wondering what we should go with. Maybe I'm thinking either morale or cover effectiveness. Army veterancy wouldn't be bad either, but I feel like we just need to make our guys better in combat, like, right away. So I think what I'm going to do is definitely increase the morale that we're going to get. And then let's get some cover effectiveness, and let's do 1 for army casualty recovery. Because the other thing that's challenging about the French is their resource costs are up. So if we can get a little bit of casualty replenishment or recovery after battles, that's going to help us not have to buy so many reservists. What I'm thinking, at least. So let's go ahead and give you the Tompions. I'm going to give our German Fusiliers the Half-Gators and the Canteens so they can move around. I want them to get on the flank and destroy units from the flank. These guys I'm going to situate behind the Chasseur. And we're also going to give the Chasseur the tobacco. And we're going to sell this Gorget off the first opportunity we get. So I'm not going to put our officer on... I'm not going to put our officer on the Chasseur. Maybe we give him to the German Fusilier. And yeah, let's do that. Because this is guy who's least likely to rout. Everyone else has lower morale. So do I want to give you a saber? Yeah, I think I'm going to give you our heavy saber here. Make you a little bit more effective. Yes, it will lower your stamina, but it also just makes you more effective in melee, which is good. And it gives you a little bit of morale. And then we'll give our officer here the Horn Saber. Okay. We've got all that sorted. Let's go ahead and... Oh, foreign units are recruitable. That's cool. I need to go check that out. Let's go ahead and do the supply cache. What do we need here? Food would be good. Let's see if there's anyone with cheap food. Oh, these are kind of bad. 2 really bad cities. Oh, this is actually a very sad Act 1 that we got 3 cities that have all negative modifiers. This one is good. This one is good, and this one is good. And this one is a mixed bag. But yeah, these 3 are very sad. Okay. Let's go ahead and hop into this battle. Yeah, let's take the food, I think. Ah, Petrine. One of our of our favorite doctrines to fight. Okay, that's fine. I think we'll be okay. We just need to destroy the Hungarian recruits and then survive the provincial cavalry attacking us. So, let's do that. Okay, we are in battle. So what I want to try to do is I want to get on this hill here. I want to seize it because this is going to be a really good spot for us, since we're really relying on doing a lot of shooting damage. I really want to seize the hill. And I'm going to try to use our provincial cavalry to bait them into turning and not quite utilizing the hill. Fortunately, we're losing a lot of stamina. Okay, let's go ahead and start setting up here. And let's see if we can't bait them into turning and facing our cavalry rather than our infantry. Okay. Then let's fall back because we don't want their cavalry charging at us quite yet. We want to destroy their infantry first. They may not allow us that opportunity though. Yeah, you guys fall back. Because it looks like this cavalry wants a piece of us. Okay, then let's pull you guys around. And then have you rear charge these guys. You didn't get a lot of time to charge. Let's go ahead and send the general in there too. Just try to break these guys as soon as possible. And I should have gotten you guys to hold your fire for a minute. So come over here. Chasseurs come back. Oh no, not these guys charging. Okay, yeah, shoot these guys that are charging in. Yeah, our guys broke there, unfortunately. Let's pull the general back. And let's send him in to help here. You gotta be kidding me. And these guys are just straight up routing. Okay, let's see. Maybe they won't charge my chasseur. Maybe. Need everyone to rally. Okay, good. We did manage to rally everybody. Okay, let's send in our provincial cavalry. Pull the chasseur back. Let's get you into position. No. You guys are supposed to be falling back. And then let's pull you guys back. Let's pull the general back. Chasseur, you can set up here. Provincial cavalry, set up in the back, trying to get your stamina back. Okay, thankfully their cavalry routed. If their cavalry came back, I think we'd be in big trouble. Thankfully, I think they've exhausted themselves with those charges, and I'm gonna let our cavalry recover and then try to get a charge in. I want to keep our bandits on just in case they do charge us. They still have really good melee stats, and I don't think we can risk getting caught with our bayonet off. Gotta be like the 7 Years' War of getting caught with your pants down. Don't want to get caught with your bayonet off. I do think I'm going to send you guys to run down those recruits and just try to get as much experience as possible, because right now you guys are fairly lackluster, and I'd like for you to be a little bit better. And then we'll leave everyone else to finish off these Hungarian recruits. So you guys hold your fire. Okay, perfect. Things were looking a little dicey there, and see that's really the challenge of this army, is that if you get caught in a funny engagement, you're really gonna suffer for it. Fortunately, we got quite a bit of loot here, and a lot of it is quite good. We did take quite a few casualties, but let's see, what do I want to do here? Money and ammunition? The replenishment? Food and veterancy? Let's go ahead and go... I think I'm going to go with the replenishment, just so that we don't have to buy a bunch in the next town that we go to. And we'll start these guys replenishing. We'll restore their ammunition. We'll throw some items on you, make you a little bit better. Chasseur, I will give the entrenching tool. And you guys, I'll give this, help out your morale. And now we need to plot a path forward. We need to raid 3 settlements, which we can do once we figure out where we're gonna go. So we want to hit up 5 slums. Probably want to go south. There's 1 slum in the north, but we'll get 2 if we go through the south. And then we can hit these 2 that are relatively close to the road, and then get this one, and we will have our villager doctrine, which is good. And I think we'll go check out this convoy and then head south and do stuff. Lose 1 horse item. Okay, yeah, let's give up our melee horse. I think that's kind of worth it. Sorry, melee horse. And we'll come over here to the slum. Oh, nice. Yes, let's see where every army is. The other good thing about this is it will tell us how strong they are. Dude, all these armies are looking really strong. Here's a pretty weak army. But everyone else is really scary. Like, we can't fight this at our current level. So we're gonna have to just, like, go around them. Let's see what we could buy here. We could get Hungarian recruits, though that's not useful for us because we don't want to go into, heavy infantry. Oh, but we could get a Grenzer sharpshooter, which would be really cool. Even the veteran fusilier isn't bad. Like, if you compare this 45 accuracy, 20 reload to our own veteran chasseur, like, what? It's pretty much it's pretty much better, right? You're getting 1,000 men, and I think I already forgot what the stats were, but I think it's only slightly worse than the veteran chasseur, 45-25. Yeah, slightly slower reload. Crazy, man. Sharpshooter would be really cool to pick up. But we don't have the money for that right now. Even the veteran Jaeger, what? Look at this, 40 and 40? These guys are crazy. Really am disappointed by how lackluster the chasseur are. You'd think they'd be better. At least I would have thought they'd be better. Okay. In any case, it's not like we can buy any infantry here because we would need to open up a brigade and then have more money. What I will do is I'll sell these off. And then I might buy up a little bit of reservists here so that we can run around and resolve some of these encounters. We also need to do some raiding so that we can get our Grenadier Cheval. So, let's come over here. And we're not gonna fight them. Yeah, sure. We'll just take some nice reservists. If they took attrition damage, that would be really cool, but I don't think they are. So next, let's head up to this slum. We'll even force march to try to get out of there. Let's get the field musicians, morale and move speed. That's cool. Dude, all of these armies are way too strong. What the heck? Come over to the outpost and then try to do some run around. Oh, here's an encamped army. That's good to know. Here's another encamped army. And where's the third? Up here? Okay. What if we come check out this outpost real quick? You guys are too fast. How are they catching up with me? Stop it. Yeah, we'll delay the HQ. That'll be good for us. And then We're going to switch back to force march and try to shake this patrol army. Let's come hit this herd. Eagle mascot, cool. Morale and max range. Okay, let's come visit this slum. We finally lost that patrol. Yeah, get the reservists. Come visit this herd. Let's get the greatcoat. And I think we work on raiding some places to get our Grenadier Cheval. I think if we get the Grenadier Cheval, I'll feel a lot more comfortable with fighting one of these armies, because we'll have a really strong cavalry unit. It can kind of save the day. Oh, we also have the 2 insight. I should use this. And let's add on to our morale, and then let's do a little bit of melee bonus, just in case our guys get wrapped up into melee. Yeah, we'll do that. And give you the canteen. Okay, then let's come down here. Let's raid this village. Okay, and then let's come up here. Let's check this herd. Never mind. And then come back down. Finish raiding. Cool, we got cheese and a spontoon. What more could you want? Spontoon would actually be pretty good on you guys. And cheese would be good eventually. Now let's go ahead and... Oh, there we go. I was like, we're not going the direction I want to go. There we go. Let's force march over here. And let's start raiding this place. 1, 2... Okay, we don't want that army coming for us. Let's come check this encampment. Definitely get this dude. Casualty replenishment. I think this is a little bit better. I think, can we just raid this town? Like, are there no patrols over here? Or is this dude gonna come all the way over here? No, he won't, so we can just freely raid this town. We will notify the... Stop notifying the headquarters, please. I'm begging you. Okay. Got some decent stuff there. Let me go ahead and finish raiding this place, and then we can go fight. We can come fight this this weak patrol, and then I think we can start building up our army. Okay, there's the Grenadier Cheval. And let's give them this, let's give them that, and they have grenades, which is cool. I don't want to fight this army yet, but I think we are gonna force march over here and fight these guys, and then fight a bunch of patrols, and just try to build up our army as much as we can before the encamped armies. Okay. Let's force march. Capture the cargo and fight a field army. Okay, we can do that later. Let's not do that right now. Let's fight these guys. Mauritian. They've got some Jaegers and a bunch of Crownland recruits. Nothing too crazy. Let's get to it. Okay, we're in the battle. We're ready to go. So what I want to do is I want to bring them towards this town. I want to be able to take cover here along a fence, and then we're going to have our cavalry come around and start sweeping down their Crownland recruits, is the plan. And I don't think we'll get charged, so we can even go ahead and remove our bayonets. You guys keep making the long end around. You guys stay here and provide cover. Honestly, I should put the volunteer cavalry in this other brigade with the Grenadier Cheval. Okay, that was a good impact. And then as soon as they rout, I'm going to send the provincial cavalry in. And you guys can work on getting your stamina back. We're going to go ahead and move up over here. Yeah, you guys can just keep getting free kills. I'm going to move this line up just a little bit. I might even just have you... just run into these guys and then just let the infantry knock them out. Let's just go ahead and stand really close to these guys. And let's go ahead and charge. Maybe we can hit them before they get their shot off. Or they'll just turn around and try to fight me. That works too. Okay, relatively bloodless battle. Oh, now there's a field army coming after me. That's thrilling. Okay. I think we take the money and ammunition because we need to build up our army as much as possible at this point. Compare. You'll do less melee damage, but you'll have more stamina. And less morale. I think I'll just keep you with the Dragoon Sword. Maybe I'll give you guys the Dragoon Sword. Melee and morale would be appreciated on you. Would love to come down here and buy a couple of cheaper units. I think we could probably, if there's 2 like recruit units, I think we could get 2 in here. Oh right, this spawns a field army. I was like, why didn't I do this? It spawns a field army. Okay. What if we... I want to try to visit this slum on the way down, but also I'm afraid of that field army catching us. Do I try to increase our movement speed just a little bit to get yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Try to outrun that army. And let's come visit this slum real quick. And sell a lot of provisions. And then what if I were to come visit this slum and then do these 2 battles and we're getting extra loot out of it? I mean, that sounds kind of good to me. Yeah, let's come to this slum. We'll force march, because we are already halfway through. Oh, more of these guys? Let's do the foreign musicians this time. Great, now we have a bunch of stuff. Do I think I can take this army on with my current... Possibly. If we don't have to... We don't have to force it, though. We can zip around them, I think. Okay. Yeah, let's get a Jaeger rifle for our chasseur. And then these guys will be leaving. while this patrol is still in hot pursuit. And here we can get some royal recruits. We can also get some volunteer. There's also French provincial cavalry. Let's do a little bit of selling. Let's sell this, let's sell that. We can definitely sell the shoes, we can sell the portrait. Ooh, a Charleville. Yeah, let's definitely sell all of that. Grenades are useful if we find a fort. Cheese is moderately useful at this point, and honestly not really worth selling. Why don't we go ahead, buy the royal recruit. Then we'll be in much better shape for this next battle. And I could probably work on turning him into artillery. And then once we win this battle, we can take our loot, take our money, and buy a provincial cavalry unit. And then fight this other guy and buy a volunteer fusilier. And then we'll be 8 units strong. And I don't think we're quite at the level to be taking on these encamped armies, but maybe we could come fight the field army that's here. And maybe we run into that other field army that was walking around. I don't know. Let's go ahead and for sure fight this guy. That we do know we want to do. Yeah, he tried to run away. He was like, oh, I'm not messing with him. But before we get into battle, let's not forget to throw a Charleville on this guy. Let's not forget to give him a cartridge box and a field musician and cheese. Yeah, cheese. Okay. So now let's do this fight. They are Saxa. Infantry is more effective in combat. They move slower. And they've got some decent cavalry. Okay. Let's get into the fight. Okay. The good news is that the Saxa doctrine is likely to be aggressive, and we've been given a river. So, we are going to let them throw themselves into the river so that they exhaust themselves. And yeah, we're gonna wipe out the infantry at least that way. Cavalry would pose a threat if we didn't have our Grenadier à Cheval, but I'm not too worried about them at this stage of the game. Now I just need to... the moment they get into the river, we knock them out. And if they're Jaegers, them to cross the river all on their lonesome, maybe we just knock them out with our cavalry. And maybe we go ahead and put ourselves in a position to hit them if they attempt to cross the river. Okay, everyone's holding fire. We are going to wait for them. If they set 1 foot on our side of the riverbank, we're going to destroy them. Okay, so we should clean this up pretty quickly. We might eat a volley here from the Crownland recruits, but then I think we can pretty quickly pull back. I guess the other issue is that they are like shooting their own guys, so that was good. We knocked out their... We did take a few losses there, but we knocked out their Jaegers with like fairly minimal damage. Now their infantry is going to try to come across. And when they do, move our guys up just a little bit. Just a smidge. Okay, let's go ahead and open fire. You guys can open fire, as can you. How many kills did you get? 69? Nice. Looks like the Chevaux Légers want to make a move down here. Why don't you guys just fire when ready? Okay. I don't need to put my Grenadier Cheval in there. I think they've got it pretty well handled. I think the Chevaux Légers will come back. Okay. We'll just give them another butt whooping. Why don't you guys hold your fire for a minute? I think the Chevaux Légers are going to try to charge into you. And have you hold your fire as well. Okay, here they come. So Chasseur, open fire. Nice. Grenadier Cheval, go in. Yeah, shatter them. Very well. Pull back. Let's get our Chasseur back forward. I really enjoy playing Act 1 because you get to do all of this like fun, more tactical stuff. And then later on in the game, you just have so many units to play around with. You can't do stuff like this. Like, you're just putting your guys into a line and praying that they aren't going to get destroyed. This is fun. Actually hit these guys, break them. Okay, cavalry is mobilizing. Get our own forces ready for that. Why don't you guys hold your fire for a minute? Hold your fire. Hold your fire. Okay, you guys open up. You guys open up. I accidentally told them to move. I screwed up. Okay, that's fine. Oh, and they didn't get their volley off. Oh well, that's okay. Yeah, make sure that they don't come back. I'm good with that. And then let's turn you guys. And let's move you guys forward. Along with you. Provincial cavalry, keep chasing them. Battering them, nice. And I'm even gonna have you guys come across the bridge. And we're gonna run down the fleeing infantry for some more juicy veterancy. Charge in, because I don't know how much longer this battle is gonna last. Sweet. Okay, fair bit of money. Fair bit of loot. Go ahead and grab some more money and ammunition. And then they're on their way back. So let's go ahead and come in here and yeah, I think we buy the provincial cavalry. Let's see what we can sell off. Can definitely sell off the uniforms. Probably well, we'll keep the riding boots for now since I'm about to buy cavalry. Can probably sell the sturdy shoes. You need 5 veterancy to upgrade. You're honestly getting kind of close. Accuracy. Yeah, this is a little bit better. I do like the morale, but let's do that. And then let's buy the provincial cavalry. Oh, an officer would be good to pick up. Okay, so let's just buy this guy on the cheap. I probably should have bought him before that last battle, but oops, here we are. Spirit rations, canteen, riding boots. Okay. Perfect. And then we do have one insight. I think we go with the move speed because I think I just want to be zipping around the map and fight this patrol, run up here, fight this patrol. We are leaving 2 patrols on the map, but I do want to try to take on these encamped armies. So we can definitely get in 3 more patrol battles. And then there's a field army here. We can fight them, come over here, buy up some units, and then start trying to work our way through the encamped armies if we feel strong enough. Let's buy up a little bit of food here. Let's come check this battlefield. I'm very curious what's over here. Let's switch to foraging. And I think we want the anti-charging equipment. Oh wow, yeah, we got some really good stuff off of that. Okay, let's force march. Run you guys down. Okay, they're unlikely to charge. They're Hungarians, actually. They are Hungarians, so they could charge us. Do that for you. Honestly, these are pretty good items on you already. And then let's take this and give you the wooden stakes. Give me your Dragoon sword. You get that. You get this. And we need to increase our move speed, because we want to be getting around as quickly as possible. The eagle we will throw on somebody eventually. Okay, let's get in this battle, wrap up this episode. Okay guys, we are back and we are ready to move, and we're gonna try to do something a little interesting. We're gonna move our whole army down this road. We're gonna go across the bridge here, and we're gonna lure them into this marshy terrain. The reason I'm doing that is because I was thinking about setting up a position here, which would have put us in a pretty good spot regarding these recruit units. But they also have Fusiliers over here that I don't... They wouldn't be in the river, right? Like, if we kept guys, like, back here, they would be just an open terrain, and I thought it'd be more interesting to entice them to do battle here in this marsh. The other thing is, if we can get across this river, and honestly what I'm hoping is that they start to come at us now, versus coming at us later. But the second part of my plan is that their artillery should be isolated, because the line infantry is going to have to walk all the way over here. Their artillery is going to have to walk all the way, I don't know, over here before they can start shooting. And hoping that'll give us a chance to isolate them, move in with our provincial cavalry, and knock them out. So we'll see how they respond. Honestly, it's not going quite like I had hoped. It looks like these guys will cross the river. So the Fusiliers might not end up in the marshland, but they might. They might. Go ahead and why don't we set up our Fusiliers up here on the hill, and then our royal recruits we can have here in the marshland, or ready to shoot people who come into the marshland, and then the Fusiliers, volunteer Fusiliers, something similar. Sir can come in front. Grenadier a Cheval, stay here with them. Provincial cavalry, come out wide. General, come over here. Oh, they're Their artillery isn't... Their artillery isn't quite playing along like I expected them to. That's okay. We can probably just knock out their Hungarian Fusiliers with our cavalry. Go ahead and see what they do. Okay, they're rotating their line. I guess I probably should have, like, just stood here and baited them across and then ran over. What I think we will do is I'm going to pull our guys back in order to bring their artillery forward some more. And I definitely want to destroy the Hungarian Fusiliers as quickly as possible. So I'm going to be swinging all of our cavalry around this way. General, come back here. Yeah, all you guys come over here. We'll see how their Fusiliers react. Pull back our guys just a little bit more. And then... honestly, if their artillery wants to just, like, walk into the river... oh, they're doing us a massive favor. Okay, let's open fire here. Okay, they've taken the bait. Let's start spreading the cavalry out up here. They're just going to sit in the river. I'm okay with that if they want to. Okay. Yeah, so we should crush those Fusiliers pretty easily. I'm gonna have the French come down here. I'm gonna have our Grandier Cheval come over here and support. Let's get a little bit closer with the Royal Recruits. You guys can just keep racking up kills, I'm good with that. Okay, let's go ahead and charge in. And then we'll send in the French Provincial Cavalry to mop up. Perfect. And let's go ahead and get after that artillery. It looks like they've loaded up canister, so I want to try to get rid of them before they can get their shots off. Go ahead and turn you guys, and now we're in the marsh. Guys still racking up a bunch of kills, as are you. I might just let the infantry finish this one. Over this way. And I'm just gonna let you guys do what you need to do. Trusser have taken a fair bit of damage. Everyone else in pretty good shape. We can go ahead and take everyone's bayonet off. I don't think that they're going to charge us at this point. And even if they do, we'll have our Grandier Cheval at the ready. Okay. Go ahead and fast forward since this is pretty much a done deal. Decisive victory. We did get a number of things that we can sell off. Just maybe we could get an 8th unit. Just maybe. I am very tempted by the veterancy, but let's try to get that. Let's try to get that 8th unit in. Nice. Got a bunch of promotions. Doesn't look like it's enough for anyone to upgrade. I think I could turn you into dragoons. Yeah, I could. I'm not going to do that. We're going to hold out for the volunteer hussar. Let's put a good trait on you. Yeah, we'll give you infantry accuracy. That sounds good. Well, army force march is also... But let's go infantry accuracy. We need to get some good battle. We need to get some good battle traits. I really don't like this combination of lower movement speed, but extra flanking fire. I feel like they kind of conflict a little bit. Officer death chance isn't fantastic, but I do like the extra veterancy and the extra charge for our cavalry. Could also go cavalry accuracy and reload, but I think this is a little bit better. Okay. So now, let's throw a light bayonet on you. A spontoon would be fantastic for you guys. Maybe we take this away and give you that. I know that'll slow you down a bit, but so be it. And then over here, I think we continue to just try to increase our movement speed so that we can accomplish all the things that we want to before the HQ mobilizes. Because we have 60-ish days, right? A little more than 60. And we need to run over here, fight this patrol, fight this patrol. These guys are just way too far out there, unfortunately. I don't think we'll get to them. But we'll fight these two patrols, come up here, fight that field army. There's a bunch of encounters down here, which are I mean, we can always come down here, hit these two, and then get back over here to fight that patrol. But what I want to do is see if we can buy one last unit, and then we will end the episode. So let's see, if I were to sell off you and you and you, definitely the worn bayonet, these shoes. I could sell the limber chest. We don't have any artillery at the moment. All right, we have a gorget. This is getting us pretty close. How much more do we need? Oh, we're perfect. Okay. So now we've got another guy here. I do want to pick up some more food. Let's give you some items. I'm gonna switch you guys because I like the idea of you getting more veterancy here in our cavalry brigade. Because I do want to convert you to artillery. Okay. So now we need to sell off some things, and that may be the cheese. I want to sell this. This is pretty good. We'll sell this. Cartridge box. I think I won't sell. But yeah, I can just sell this, and I could buy one instance of food, which is pretty good. And then that'll get me some more. Too bad we can't convert cheese into food, right? I don't want to sell the grenades. Those are still useful. This will be useful for when we get artillery. This is just a good thing to have. And honestly, I should probably switch. If somebody has like the full gators, I should probably give them this instead. There, let's sell all of that. And let's do one purchase of food. And then when we come back... Man, that's actually a lot of food that we're consuming. I did want to come down here and check these out. I just don't know if we have the food for it. We could go, what, 13-ish days? If we were to force march, if we were to normal march, we get a little bit more, and if we forage, well, that will put our food consumption down pretty low. Okay, anyway, I'll make a final decision on that in the next episode. For this one, we're going to stop here. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you're enjoying the content. If you are, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. This army is different, right? Like, I was way too weak to fight anyone at the beginning. It meant we kind of had to run around and do encounters and get our Grenadier à Cheval in order to be strong enough to fight some of these patrols. So that's been different. We've been zipping around the map, which is fun. I'm just hoping we can. I'm just hoping we can get up to strength in order to fight this nasty 17,000 man unit. We are still under half of their size, so another brigade will cost 800, and then we'll need to find the money to fill out our brigade, and might be a little tricky. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next video.